You know, so many times we think we understand just where a story begins. There are 1,000 steps that lead to every joy and certainly to each sorrow.
My dad is from Havana, Cuba, and I am lucky enough to be able to talk to him on the phone almost every day. Whenever I call him, and it doesn't matter if we talked yesterday or a minute ago because I forgot something, he acts as if we haven't spoken in months. Oye, papito, tesoro de mi vida, mi alma, mi querido, mi tesoro. He says, papito, my son calling me, my life, my treasure, my heart, my soul.
My mother looked at the form and she was turning around sideways and turning around backwards, and she kept staring at it. And I noticed that water was starting to well up in her eyes. I remember I'm 10 years old and I'm looking at my mama and I said, Mama, what's wrong? She said, baby, Mama can't read. I looked at the form and I said, Mama, that first line, it says name. And while she was hugging me and crying, she whispered in my ear, you will never know what it's like to be ignorant.
That kid, 20 years ago, kicking the can down Washington Street, seeing no future for his town or himself, he's now a teacher. That kid 5 years ago, kicking the can down Washington, past that menace, seeing something that won't affect me, not in a good way. Well, it did. He is finishing his first year at Purdue University.
This dream will always be, and jaw ajar, I speak in her new names, and we eat and see and eat and see and eat and see together. And I speak into her new names as if my mouth could wash away the words they tried to swallow her with.
Invisible from the bench, invisible from the field is one lone urinal. And Uncle Charles said, Andy, look, there it is. I said, I can't go there. He goes, Andy, go ahead, you've got to. And so I did. Right there in the Braves dugout. I'm wistfully standing here knowing that's as good as it'll ever be.
We went to Ohio State. We were playing at Ohio State, and we beat them. And do you know what the headline was the next day? It's the darkest day. Loved it.
He bellowed, no, I am not going to listen to the two of them every time there is a storm. He was sending me outside alone to face the end of the world. He was sending me outside alone to face the end of the world in an outhouse.
Now, my Jebbo didn't have a lot. So what she had is what we got. And she bequeathed me her genuine patent leather pocketbook, a black bag that dangled off her wrist for years, like a growth or something.
My name is Hughie Ledbetter. That was my given name, but folks know me better as Leadbelly. If I ever get lucky, if I ever get lucky to pay the debt I owe, well, I ain't going down. Lord, I ain't going down. Oh, I ain't going down by the way no more.